Major winter weather is developing across the United States. Multiple Arctic blasts, repeated rounds of snowfall, and cold air pushing deeper into the southern states than we've seen in quite some time. Right now, conditions across the country show a dramatic split. Eastern Colorado saw temperatures drop to 17 degrees this morning, with wind chills down to 5 degrees. That is the Arctic air mass we're retracking all week. Meanwhile, across the Gulf Coast from Texas through Mississippi, it's been warm and humid. Temperatures running 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Mississippi dealt with severe weather and tornado warnings earlier today. South Carolina has been experiencing rainy conditions all week. Central Missouri has been quiet, temperatures around 40 degrees, almost too calm for this time of year. Northeast Florida enjoyed perfect weather for the past 10 days. That changes Friday. And for those in Maryland, I know many of you have been waiting for snow. 2 years without a major storm in some areas. This pattern has potential, though I need to be straight about what's realistic. South central Wisconsin was seeing rain this morning. Some areas now report the transition to snow has begun. That's how quickly this system is moving. Our jet stream pattern is undergoing a significant transformation. A high-pressure system building along the west coast sets up a blocking pattern that amplifies the trough over the next several days. By Tuesday and Wednesday, that dip in the jet stream intensifies dramatically, stretching from the Great Plains through the Gulf Coast. This allows Arctic air to spill from Canada southward, reaching Texas, the central Gulf Coast, and into Florida by late week. The critical period is Wednesday through Friday. A large trough centers over the mid-Mississippi Valley. A low-pressure system tries to form along this boundary. If it organizes quickly, we could see an elongated area of light to moderate snow stretching from the Mississippi River Valley through the northeast. This opens the door for accumulating snow as far south as northern Georgia, possibly northern Alabama and Mississippi. I need to be clear about confidence levels. This is not high confidence for significant snow in the deep south. What is more likely is the storm remains broad and disorganized Thursday, producing very light snow across the southern tier. Maybe flurries, maybe an inch in isolated spots, not a widespread significant event. Thursday and Friday, the storm moves up the east coast. Snow falls from Tennessee northward into the northeast. The jet stream continues to dip sharply across the Rockies heading into the weekend, allowing another, more intense shot of cold air across the Great Plains, Midwest, and Gulf Coast. If you don't feel the full cold by Thursday and Friday, you will by Sunday and Monday. The 6 to 10 day temperature forecast shows a massive ridge over the west coast and a deep trough in the east. Below average temperatures extend much further into the southeast than earlier forecasts suggested. From January 19th through 21st, the Climate Prediction Center shows below normal temperatures from the Ohio Valley through the northeast, all the way down through Louisiana into central Florida. This is sustained cold, not a quick snap. Tuesday into early Wednesday will be the warmest period of the next 7 days. Wednesday marks the first Arctic blast. Cold air builds behind that developing low-pressure system, intensifying late Wednesday and Thursday. This triggers very cold air, combined with Gulf moisture. That's your setup for potential Tennessee Valley snow. Friday and Saturday bring transition. A second Arctic shot arrives Saturday and Sunday, more intense than the first, particularly for the Great Plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. Saturday into Sunday brings the most brutal cold. This could bring additional snow to the Ohio Valley and East Coast. Let me give you specific numbers on the cold. Thursday morning, wind chills along the Gulf Coast range from 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Ohio Valley sees single-digit wind chills, some areas below zero. By Sunday morning, most of the Ohio Valley, Midwest, and Northeast see sub-zero wind chills. Even toward Florida, many areas reach freezing. Actual air temperatures in Orlando near freezing. Central Florida doesn't see that often. High Plains and Upper Midwest, Sunday morning wind chills could reach 20 to 30 degrees below zero in some locations. This is dangerous cold requiring serious preparation. Now the snowfall forecast. This is complex with multiple systems over 7 to 10 days. Today is the quietest day. Only upstate New York and northern New England currently see light snow. Late tonight into early Tuesday, an Alberta Clipper arrives across the upper Midwest, bringing quick snow to Michigan and Wisconsin, 2 to 4 inches across northern portions. Normal for mid-January. By late Tuesday into early Wednesday, that system intensifies. This attempts to bring snow much further south. A strong cold front drops into the Tennessee Valley. Wednesday morning, rain passes across Kentucky, Arkansas, and Ohio. Late Wednesday into early Thursday, if we get sufficient Gulf moisture, a storm tries to organize over the mid-Atlantic near Maryland, possibly into New England. This should bring light to moderate snowfall across the Ohio Valley and Northeast. Snow could reach the Appalachian Mountains as far south as Atlanta. Wednesday also brings significant lake-effect snow to northwestern Indiana. Northerly winds create a long fetch across Lake Michigan, producing intense lake-effect bands west of Fort Wayne near Michigan City. Some locations could see 6 to 12 inches from lake effect alone. Thursday, snow continues across the Northeast. There's a possibility of localized snow flurries or light snow from eastern Arkansas into northern Georgia if moisture is sufficient. But accumulating snowfall with this setup is not very likely in the deep south. I am seeing some forecasts hyping major snow for Georgia and Alabama. That is not what the data supports. I've examined multiple ensemble model runs. The GFS model has 30 members, only 1 or 2 show measurable snow in the deep south, low probability. The European model with 50 members shows slightly better odds. Maybe 3 members show snow reaching the deep south, still low confidence. What is high confidence? The Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, interior Northeast, and New England see substantial snowfall over the next 7 days. That S locked in across virtually all model guidance. Late Thursday into Friday, snow continues across the Northeast. More snow from Canada on Friday brings light snowfall to the Midwest and Ohio Valley Friday and Saturday. Late Friday into Saturday, the GFS shows light snow showers as far south as Tennessee, possibly northern Mississippi and Alabama. But small-scale snow events like this are difficult to predict 4 to 5 days out. Don't make plans around it yet. Saturday, snow grows across the Ohio Valley and East Coast. We should see decent snow Saturday and Sunday for many areas with that second Arctic blast. Beyond that, the pattern remains active. The GFS starts showing more significant winter storm potential during the last week of January. That is a long-term trend, cannot verify yet. Between now and January 20th, probability of at least 1 inch of snowfall is very high across the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and Northeast. 80 to 90% probabilities. The Mid-Atlantic is more questionable, maybe 50 to 60% for Baltimore, Washington, Philadelphia. Depends on how Thursday a system develops. Right now looks like a large, broad low pressure. That typically means lower snow for I-95 corridor, but doesn't eliminate possibility. Back in the southeast, Georgia and Alabama show 10 to 20% probability of seeing at least 1 inch over the next 7 days. If you in Atlanta, there's a chance, but it's low end. Don't count on it. Don't let it disrupt plans, but be aware it's possible. Expected snow totals over the next 7 days show widespread 2 to 7 inches from Tennessee northward through the Northeast. Multiple systems contribute. Some areas see significantly more, particularly Appalachian Mountains, western Michigan, and northern Indiana. Those areas could see 12 to 18 inches by week's end. Northern Minnesota and Wisconsin could see major snow, 7 to 10 inches widespread. Some locations potentially a foot or more. Upper Michigan heading into Canada could see 1 to 2 feet in heaviest lake effect bands. Notice the I-95 corridor from Washington through Boston. Much lower amounts, maybe 2 to 3 inches at most. This is the warmer scenario I mentioned. For the Northeast coast, this is not shaping up as a major snowstorm. Pattern is too warm along the immediate coast. Cold air is there, but moisture track favors rain transitioning to snow rather than all snow. Interior locations do much better. Western Pennsylvania, western New York, upstate New York, inland New England, see the real snow. I know some of you along the coast have been waiting for a classic nor'easter. This isn't it. Pattern doesn't support it. We not seeing strong coastal low pressure development. It's a warmer scenario with energy staying inland. Honestly, the bigger story is the cold. The sustained, dangerous cold that's coming. Thursday morning shows the warm scenario along the mid-Atlantic and northeast coast. No way these areas get significant snow with temperatures this marginal, maybe an inch before changeover to rain. But look at freezing temperatures dropping south. Both European and GFS models show deep cold punching through Mississippi and Alabama. Even if high temperatures Thursday seem manageable, wind chills will feel frozen. Wind chills do not make snowfall. I need to be clear. Cold wind chills dawn to produce snow. You need right moisture and dynamics, but these wind chills are dangerous on their own. Thursday afternoon highs remain frozen across Midwest Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, Mid-Mississippi Valley through Appalachians, and interior Northeast into New England. For Northeast coast, even with your highs, it's still too warm for significant snow. Eastern Tennessee and eastern Kentucky could see a bit of snow because cold goes deep enough there and moisture wraps around. Friday, after precipitation moves through, reinforcing cold air follows. Freezing temperatures lock in with snow. Whatever snow you have stays. That next blast starts Friday across the west and upper Midwest, pushing deeper southward. Friday wind chills extend to central Florida, going to feel like frozen temperatures even in the 20s across Florida. Meanwhile, widespread sub-zero wind chills continue across northern states. Saturday, that cold punches down again with freezing temperatures and brutal wind chills deep into the south. This persists through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The second Arctic blast Sunday into Monday is stronger and colder than Thursday and Friday. This brings the most dangerous cold to the largest area. Let's talk preparation. Upper Midwest, you know the drill. Vehicle emergency kit stocked. Blankets, flashlight, batteries, water, non-perishable food, cat litter for traction if stuck. Works better than sand, costs $3. Don to shovel once if expecting heavy accumulation. You will clear the same driveway 3 times. Better strategy, wait until Friday evening when snowfall ends if you can. For Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, this is serious winter weather, but nothing you haven't handled. Pay attention to wind chills. Exposed skin can freeze in 10 minutes or less with wind chills below -20. For those in the south, this cold is unusual. Most Floridians don to own heavy winter coats. That's understandable. Multiple thin layers work better than finding a parka. Base layer, shirt, sweater, jacket, trap air between layers. That provides insulation. Protect your pipes. Outdoor faucets, let them drip. Pipes in unheated areas like crawl spaces or garages, consider wrapping them. Hardware stores sell foam pipe insulation, worth it to prevent burst pipes. Bring pets indoors, provide outdoor animals with shelter and heat source if possible. Even in Texas and Louisiana, these temperatures are dangerous for animals. Check on elderly neighbors and family. This age group is more vulnerable to cold. Make sure they have adequate heating and aren't keeping thermostats too low to save money. If you lose power, never use a gas stove or oven to heat your home. Carbon monoxide poisoning is deadly. For drivers, cold affects your vehicle. Tire pressure drops. Battery capacity decreases. If your battery is more than 3 or 4 years old and you in the path of sub-zero temperatures, get it tested. Keep gas tank at least half full. Prevents fuel line freezing and ensures you can run your car for heat if stranded. Across the Gulf Coast, you've been dealing with temperature whiplash. One day 70 degrees, next day 40, then back up. People sick for weeks, sinus issues, migraines, respiratory problems. That back and forth ends Wednesday when sustained cold moves in. Your body might adjust better to consistent cold than constant fluctuation. Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania. I know winter has been disappointing. 2 years without major snowstorm in parts of Maryland. This system has potential, but I am being realistic. Best snow stays inland. West of I-95, you have much better chance. On the coast, probably not this time. Wisconsin, you are already seeing the transition in real time. Rain to snow. This is just the first of several rounds. Tennessee Valley, this is one of your better chances for snow this winter. Not a guarantee, but ingredients are coming together. Western North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, Eastern Kentucky. Watch Thursday into Friday closely. Now let me address something I've seen in multiple forecasts. Some outlets are hyping this as catastrophic winter weather for the entire eastern United States. That's not accurate. This is serious. This deserves attention, but it is not unprecedented. Winter means snow. Winter means cold. This is what January looks like. Many of you remember the blizzard of 1993, the superstorm. Temperatures 15 below zero. Snow totals exceeded 30 inches. That storm impacted from Alabama through Maine. This is not that storm, not even close to that magnitude. You've seen worse. Back in 1978, parts of the Midwest dealt with 3 feet of snow and 20 below zero for days. Current forecasts show nothing approaching that severity. The difference is communication. In the 70s and 80s, you got weather information twice a day from TV news. Now, every 6 hours, there's a new model run creating new social media content. That makes everything feel more extreme because you are seeing constant updates and fear-based headlines designed to generate clicks. This situation deserves respect. It deserves preparation. But it's not the end of the world. High confidence, Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Interior Northeast and New England see substantial snow over next 7 days. 2 to 7 inches widespread, higher amounts in favored locations. Very cold wind chills affect most of eastern United States through next week. Multiple waves of Arctic air with Sunday into Monday blasts being colder than the first. Moderate confidence. Light to moderate snow reaches Tennessee Valley, particularly eastern portions, Thursday or Friday. Coastal areas along I-95 see little to no accumulating snow, maybe an inch or two before changeover. Low confidence. Accumulating snow reaches deep south like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, possible but unlikely. 10 to 20% chance. Any specific snow total forecast beyond 3 days. Details will change. Very low confidence. Any forecast beyond 7 days. Last week of January might bring more significant winter storms. Pattern looks favorable, but I can't give specifics yet. I am watching most closely over next 48 hours. Does Thursday's system organize faster than models show? If yes, snow chances increase for mid-Atlantic and southeast. Does it stay broad and weak, then just light snow and flurries? How much Gulf moisture gets pulled in? More moisture means more snow potential for southern areas. Does the blocking pattern over West Coast strengthen or weaken? Stronger blocking means eastern trough deepens more, bringing colder air further south. I'll update as new model runs come in. We should have much better clarity on Thursday's system by Wednesday morning. The Sunday-Monday timeframe is still too uncertain for specific forecasts. This is winter weather. This is what January looks like. Be prepared. Be smart. Be safe. And if you've lived through previous cold snaps and major snow events,